If you want to know how to accelerate your goals, here is the one thing that you can do to do that. And I know you hear this in a lot of videos. There's always a one thing, but literally, if you go hard in the paint in one thing, it can change everything. So today, this is the one thing that I believe if you haven't done it yet, this can really help accelerate anything that you're looking for. And this is future gratitude. But stay in this video because you need to know how to do future gratitude in order to accelerate your goals. So here's the thing that people forget, that when you are in the state of gratitude, it literally positions your mind to be more in positive emotions. So if you've been watching my videos and you already know I'm all about positive psychology, I'm all about leaning into your positive emotions. And when your amygdala, when your lizard brain is all in fight, flight, or freeze, all you're doing is consuming yourself with negative emotions, and you're doing things that are only self sabotaging you into the things that you don't want to happen, but you tend to do it because you're freaked out. You're in this fear of rejection. You're in this fear of not doing everything right. You're in all of these fear modes, shame, guilt, all the things. And so it's hard for you to actually manifest, to get the results that you want in your personal life, in your professional life, when your brain is hemmed up like that. You're literally in survival mode. You're literally full of scarcity. And so when you get into gratitude, just think about it. Anytime you're in this space of gratitude, it literally helps to create positive emotions. And when you create positive emotions, you have a better way of thinking. You start thinking with a sense of curiosity. You start thinking with a sense of navigating what it is that is actually possible versus nothing is possible. So when you create future gratitude, imagine what that does. When you create future gratitude, you are allowing yourself to already convince your brain that something that hasn't yet manifested in physically has already happened because you're already grateful for it. So I want you to remember being a kid. Hopefully you can remember that. And when you're a kid, think about when your parent or someone that you know, love, and trusted, and they were consistent with their behavior, said that they would do something. And you were confident that they were going to do it because their behavior had taught you that you can trust their yes, you can trust their commitment to a thing. So when they told you, hey, we're going to such and such, or I'm going to pick you up at this day, or we're going to go and get this, before you even got the thing, you were already excited about it. You were already grateful for it. You were already appreciative of the thing that they were going to do. This can also happen in adulthood. Think about people that you know, love, and trust, that you can trust their word, you can trust their behavior, and they say they're going to do something. You get excited even before it happens. The reason that we don't practice gratitude or future gratitude is because we have been disappointed over time in these adult years, in our adult life, adulting. We have been disappointed by adults, disappointed by loved ones, and it has taught us like not to hedge our bets, to not be grateful too far in advance, because what if the thing doesn't happen? But I'm here to tell you that it is worth you going ahead and doing future gratitude to practice. It doesn't mean that everybody is going to make you happy. It doesn't mean it's always going to be 100% effective in the sense that you're actually going to get the thing all the time, but it will be 100% of effective of your mind being trained to believe that what you desire is going to come to you regardless, right? Because I've practiced this so much that I've gotten to the point where I don't attach my future gratitude to a certain person making it happen. I have decided that if it's something that I desire, and let's say, a parent or a friend says that they're going to do a thing for me, and let's say it doesn't happen, I still stand in future gratitude, especially if it's something that I desire, especially if it's something that I need in my life. I'm still like, okay, God, that person didn't do it, but that doesn't mean that that promise is null and void because they didn't do it. You will figure out a way to make sure it happens for me. And I thank you for it. I'm grateful for it. I appreciate you for it. And then I let it go. Now, I can't say I always do this, but when I do this, let me tell you all, the results, bananas. The results are bananas because I still get what I desire. Now, it might come in a different form, but I still get it. And that is the part that we all really want. We really want our outcomes. We really want our results. We really want to feel good about being able to stand on something without a shadow of doubt and still be able to see it come to pass. And so future gratitude can help you with that. So let me give you some more tips on future gratitude. I'm looking at my notes, but gratitude really transforms our brain to see abundance. abundance. When we allow ourselves to see abundance, we're convincing our brains that it's real. And so not only does it help our belief, but our belief informs our action. So we start acting differently. Imagine what it's like when you're acting like something is already real. You show up different, you show up lighter, your whole essence, your energy is way different than when you don't believe it's real and you're like sitting in this scarcity energy. You're almost like pushing back all the possibilities of this thing happening because you're locked into scarcity. But gratitude unlocks that, and especially when you're talking about future gratitude, because I mean, you're really putting yourself out there because you haven't seen it yet, but you see it in your mind's eye. And so it creates abundance and it tricks the brain into believing it's already done. So obviously, you start doing things to help it continue to manifest because it's already done in your mind. The other thing is that the more you practice, the more you spot opportunities. And so this is along the lines of something that I say often, and you probably heard people say this before: you get what you focus on. And so when you focus on something already happening, you start seeing all the possibilities around you of how you can continue to help foster this thing to come to pass. You already know it's done, but now you start seeing the opportunities of how it works. So, for example, I've already decided that I'm going to manifest a 100K offer in my business. I'm like, I know what the things that I do are valued at. I know that there are abundance of organizations and individuals that would love to do the work that I'm, offering to people. And I know that I can be paid what it's worth. It's actually more price is to me what I offer is way more priceless. So there's never an amount that I can put on it that would actually be its worth, but you have to stick something to it. And I am confident that I can offer that to companies and organizations. I just had a conversation this past week about a 100K offer, and they were like, yes, we want this. Like, let's get our budget together so that we can do this. We don't want you to change one thing out of it. But this is all me just being super grateful and knowing that this is something that is already available to me. So, what did I do? I started spotting opportunities for it. I started saying it out loud until I got the answer that it is something that someone wants, but it's not a surprise to me because I know it's something that people would want. And I decided that ahead of time. So you start practicing it more, you're going to start spotting opportunities. The other thing is that having this really allows you to start your day with gratitude when you do this on a regular basis. And so you get to stay in a high level of positive emotion when you start your day off with gratitude. And so, what I want to suggest to you is three things. One, I want you to list at the top of the day 5 things that you're grateful for, but I want you to make 2 of those things future gratitude things. So I did it today. I was thanking, God for my parents, for my health. I was thanking God for some of the things that I've been able to do this week. And then I was like, okay, future gratitude. I thank God for my future relationship with my husband. And I thank God for my $1,000,000 year. These are things that are future gratitude for me. I haven't manifested them in the physical, but because I am deciding that it's already done for me, it helps me to start see the opportunities, and I start my day off like that. And so all of my behaviors are aligned to that. Those things are already happening. And so I want you to do this, and I want you to read them out loud. Start saying it. I have this video about starting a rumor. So start a rumor about the things that you've been saying in your future gratitude list with people that you know, like, and trust, and kind of, are on that same path of confessing and creating. I talked about that in another video that I did about, starting a rumor, is that we want to confess what we believe God is going to do in our lives or has already done. And then we get to create more space for it. So if you really like what you hear, then you need to click below and get my main character energy playbook. In my main character energy playbook, I help you shift yourself into the identity of the person that gets whatever they desire, because you are co-creating your life by taking full control over writing your story, scripting what you want to see happen. So if you like that kind of stuff, then go ahead, click below, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.